I really love freestyle. I love jumping. I love the feeling of flying. And just this time, I would say, slow down and you're just observing everything from above, little maybe like a bird for a couple of seconds. And you feel light and hyped. Yeah, like doing new tricks and flying, it's such a freedom that it's really hard to explain. It's like being really high or having amazing time in your life. But it's like orgasm, especially when you're doing a new trick or new handle pass, you land like wrapped in the bar and you just keep going with that speed. It's like, fuck yeah. It was always my dream to kite. I saw it, I guess, still in the 90s on Eurosport. Some guys flying big kites, doing big jumps. I thought, fuck, this is amazing. I want to try it. I want to become one of them. And then I was just waiting until it was possible because I was too young, too light, the equipment was too aggressive. But when I started, I cannot stop. The energy is good. It's like we are surrounded by nature, not a lot of like infrastructure around. I like it. I like to observe how people progress. Also, I'm trying to inspire them and show to them that the kiteboarding is really amazing thing. My body's connected. It's like a meditation, I guess, for me. So I'm also like trying to show that to my students and people. Say in that way that in meditation we are looking for a quiet of mind, right? And also the state after the session when you're like pumped with like adrenaline, it's so amazing. It's just nothing, it's just joy. You just hear silence and you just do your tricks, do your stuff, and then enjoy the moment.
I've had this school here 15 years for SoCal Kitesurfing in Long Beach, yeah. And I had no intention of actually starting a school.
There you go.
I was just gonna do this as a weekend job, something fun to do on the weekend.
Don't have any cream in here.
I started to do it with my son, something we could kind of do together, and now my son's here working with me, so worked out to be the right path. That's how it's done. Teaching of sports and coaching and things like this were always a little bit on the side, and I did a little bit of everything because that was really my passion. But I never really felt like I had something that could support me and that could be my, my real profession. And I was able to develop that and kind of make the dream of the profession of my life that's paired with my passion, which is what everyone's hoping to find, but we can seldom get that together. Out with that one, on with this. But when I saw the opportunity, it was exactly what my heart wanted, so I dove on it. And so, yeah, I just quit doing everything else and just focused on this. And it's also something I can do working every day with my son, so nice family business that way as well. It's turned out just as a dream.
We got our student coming in 15 minutes, first one.
Yeah, I was always, as I said, I was always doing some business job and then doing my trainings of sports on the side.
Already got it unlocked. That's nice. Never done that.
The business was kind of going poorly. It was the Great Recession, you know, and
Have to carry everything.
my wife, she said to me, you're always helping people do what they want to do and reach their goals and their passions, and you should do what you want to do. So don't worry about the other job. Go 100% for the kiting. I really have to thank her for giving me like the permission to, because sometimes we need permission. It's like we don't need permission, but we think we need permission.
I don't like pounding in the sand. Come out.
And I went with it, and it's changed my life. It's the best thing that ever could have happened to me. So I guess my message would be, if people are in that situation where they're not giving themselves permission to do what they really want to do, they need to take that permission, give it to themselves, and embrace life, because you just have one. You have to go for it.
It changes your life in a kind of way. You change your way to think. So after working with computers, I've been working as a sound engineer before, and I wanted to have a work in the open air, outside, because I like to be outside. And yeah, I never thought my life was going to turn into kiteboarding life, but it did, and I'm glad of it. The idea was not to open a kite school and to teach people to kite. The idea was just to kite ourselves, but yeah, I don't know. So many people ask us to do it, but after many no's, we said, oh, okay. Joseph really discovered Isla Blanca. And here you had to bring the people, convince the people to drive all the way, extra 14 kilometers of dirt road, but now are only 3. Before were 14, so it was a long way of dirt road with bumps. So we started to come with 4x4 at the beginning, and then we discovered with good weather we could come with any car. And then we started to come here to teach always, not only with north wind, but with east, southeast, whatever, because it's where people really learn fast. Because actually there is one bar I want to check. Where is? Since I was a kid, I was fighting for nature, even with the kids. Some kids were killing ants. I was going to fight to save the ants or any animal. I never like to people be violent. Even a tree, people breaking a tree. I just say, why you are breaking this tree? What he did to you? No. So I think I've always been like pro-nature. But this connection with the nature, I think I had it while kiteboarding. You know, what I always felt is that when you kite, you take the power of your wind with your kite, you bring it to you through your harness, you pass it to your board. With the spatial angle of your body, you can make a wave. So you can see it's a transformation of the energy passing through all these elements, through you and to the water. I don't know, you feel like part of these forces.
It's not possible to change. You see, this kite needs more power. You see? This one should be like this. So they have to connect always this part with more power.
I don't know, I always thank the wind and the water every time I go for a session because I know they're going to make me pleased. How I feel when I ride? Well, for sure I feel very good. If it's a good day, the wind is good, the kite I choose is good, I think it's the best I can do in my life. It's the best time spent. And I don't know, for me kiteboarding it's like, call it kiteboard meditation. Forget everything, just concentrate in your kiteboarding, in the wind, in the water, in the nature.
It's my way of living, you know, to connect yourself to the kite that is flying in the air and just feeling that freedom and space and being alone. And then you can like really hear yourself or just hear nothing. It's a good life. I like it. I enjoy it. That's why I'm like still doing this. I cannot stop. It's my addiction.